Okay. Ginger, go lay down. Well, folks, I am very, very thankful. And when some other folks get on here, I'll tell you exactly why. Hello, Rebecca. Check out what I've been doing. Well, I've been making bowl koozies. I'll show you all the different ones when others come in. And a couple of sets of pot holders to match them. How are you doing today? Hey, Christy. Phone battery's low, but good to see you. Thank you, babe. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you did too, Rebecca. And this is the one I'm working on now. My girlfriend's husband is into fly fishing. So each one of them she wanted me to make has different reasons why I did what I did. I had a great Thanksgiving cooking for my father, and I was being together is what it's all about. That's right. I had my mama for Thanksgiving, and she goes home today, but I'll have her back tomorrow. She comes every day and stays with me during the day while my sister works. And my sister was out of town in South Carolina at her daughter's, who is looking for venues for her upcoming marriage. And see that? Isn't that beautiful? I gotta sew it down on the outside. Boy, my nose is itching off. Well, I've got a whole bunch done for a friend of mine too, out of state. I need to send them, but I wanted to get some more together of different ones to send them to. This ain't easy. These can be pretty difficult sometimes to make. But I'll tell you, I struggled more with the yeah, Christy. I do all the heavy work and she sleeps all night. But it is what it is. I don't care. I'm glad I can spend the day with my mom. She's over there watching um, Little House on the Prairie right now. But anyways, so um, these pot holders, the binding, down here, that's the hardest. And they're not exactly perfect. Like you can see, this one is it's a tiny bit longer on this side. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it's really not bigger. It's just the points go out more than these rounded ones. I don't know how in the world. I guess we just maybe don't even pay attention to them when we're buying them from the store, because I don't see any of that stuff from the store. So, but I think I'm starting to get a little cold. Oh, and okay, so I want to show you the ones that I got done, Christy, so far. This is what I'm going to do next. That's one. And then the next one is kitty cats. You would like that one, huh? And then the next one, she's got a friend that's into Star Wars theme. I don't know what that guy is, Yoda or something like that. And then we did some for the kids that are Charlie Brown. And then we've got this one, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's the tan on the inside. So those are the ones for Diane. And of course the one I make her husband now. These are some of the other ones that I've been making. This is a little one, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. But see how little it is? My hand fits in it. And then I have some empty. And then this is one of my favorite. And of course another kitty cat one. And this one I made for Anne Marie. So that on the inside and this on the outside. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? She told me what color and didn't really care what it was like, so I said, she loves plants like I do, so she must like this. So this is the next size up, I believe. It's not the 11. I think this is a 12-inch. And then these are 11-inch. And this one is 14-inch. Much bigger. Fits a medium to large bowl, kitchen bowl. And then I made some prior to these that were what do you call them? 20. No, wait a minute. was the biggest I got. I can't remember. 18 or something like that. Maybe it's 20. I don't remember. Anyways, this is the littlest one, and the big one is bigger than that, the one that I showed you. But David, I'm making his for Christmas, and I'm adding some more of these colors to our I've got somebody that wanted some, just a whole bunch of different kinds. So I'm putting these two pieces together. I don't know if you can see how brown that is. It goes in really nicely with the bees and the honeycomb. I think that beautiful flower on there has a lot of brown. So I think that's going to be perfect. So, and I let David pick it out because I can't ever hide anything from him anyways. So I took care of my mom until she passed in 17. Now I'm taking care of my brother. Oh, I feel for you. Hold on a second. Mama, where'd you go? She snuck out and went to the bathroom on her own. Thank God. I took care of my mom and then my handicapped sister. Those are some beautiful. For a soup bowl. The little one. No, the little one is not soup bowl size. The other ones are soup bowl size. Just telling you. The little one, I would say you could like put one of those little tiny bowls that big around in. I always break eggs in that size bowl to see if they're healthy eggs. Yes, it does. It matches her cabinets. That's what she wanted them. That's why she wanted those colors. I got it. Anyways, she was excited to get them, and I'm really happy that she liked them. I think I'm going to make up a whole bunch of these, and maybe one of these days I'll go to one of these. I've got all the wash rags too, and maybe one of these days I'll just take them to a crafts sale or something like that. But unless you go to a craft market or something like that, you can't have a yard sale or anything like that and try to sell something like this and get what it's worth, because nobody wants to pay you for it when you go to garage sale. So, and then I thought maybe I could open up the flea market one day or something like that. But it costs so much to get a booth that I'd have to sell quite a bit of them to make that much money back. So I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Or I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Mine was very quiet. I think I am starting to get a little bit of a cold or something. My throat is like, I don't know, it's a little red inside there, and it's and I've got a little bit of phlegm. So, hey, Miss Julie, how's it going? You missed all the beautiful things I've made. Let me show you here. I'm making bowl koozies now. Hey, Mama, what are you doing? I'm on a live stream. Don't say nothing nasty. Is everything all right in the bathroom? Okay, we'll go on over yonder and sit down and watch your show, okay? Love you. Anyways, I'll go through them before I get off here one more time instead of showing them over and over again. What's wrong, Mom? It's like a... Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, go over there and sit down. I'm so sorry, guys. She's finally back where she needs to be. So I'm pretty much, Julie, what I did is I took my girlfriend Diane to the store and she picked out the fronts and backs of what she wanted people to have, and then she told me um, how many she wanted of each one for the different people, and a couple of them she wanted because I had made her some pot holders for her birthday, and she said she wanted a couple pot holders for two different people, so. I made pot holders to match them. Yes, if I could, but my cousin uh, does jewelry, but I don't know. It's too hard. It's too hard for us to get together right now with Mom. I can't put this particular scenario on anybody else. So it'd have to be on the weekend. Let's see. I join your Facebook group? Oh, thank you. I didn't know I had a Facebook group. Hey, Nancy. It should, what does the Facebook group say? It should be just Kathy Stevenson. And it should have, let me look at my Facebook. Is this what you see? Okay. Is that it? That's me. I get a lot of requests, but I never know who they are, or if sometimes I get requests from people I already know, so I never, ever answer any of my requests anymore unless I speak to that person right on. Go lay down, baby. You don't need to be pestering me. Go. Thank you. Um, did you just put something on? Is your last name Davis? No, that's not you. Sorry. Unless you comment on the unspoken prayer request on November. I'm just real leery of all this anymore. They scam people so badly. My my friend Jamie was she knocked my stuff down. My friend Jamie was um what do you call it? Hacked back in October, I want to say, or something like that. And everybody that knows him knows he doesn't drive, knows he doesn't have any vehicles, but someone tried to buy a vehicle from the person that hacked him. He was so he wasn't he was mad about being hacked, but he was even madder that the person didn't call him and ask him about this. How would somebody try to send somebody money through Facebook that you know personally? That's just absolutely crazy. Thanks, Nancy. It's good to see you too. Oh, that is you, Rebecca Davis? It's spelled different on there. Yeah, I know. I know you gave it up, Christy, and that's sad. I'm not seeing it, but I don't really know how to use Facebook very good. So, uh, I only use Facebook every once in a while, and for posting anything. But when I use Facebook, it's for playing games with my friends. My son canceled his Facebook. His friend called him to see if he was all right because someone pretending to be him was asking all of his friends for money. Yep. So, anyways, I've been working on that stuff. I'm very thankful that I got to spend time with my mom. It's been a enlightening few weeks. I guess for about a month now, I've been suffering hard illnesses. I I just don't know what's going on with me, but I am feeling better now. Uh, I it it doesn't hurt near as bad as it did when I first pulled all the muscles up in my upper torso growing up. So I'm doing much better with that. I am not having any problems walking now and not any cramps at the moment. Thank you. Um, I'm so blessed. I have so many people that pray for me and everything, and um, I was really sad because uh, during that time, like Saturday, I was still feeling pretty down, and my daughter needed me to babysit, and I had mom, and I said, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. I just can't do it, and I really don't get to babysit the two boys of Ashley's very often, so uh, it was just really sad. So, but we for Thanksgiving we had my daughter had came up, um, and I taught my Laura and Lance and Jace all how to butcher um, the chickens and Jenny the turkey. So we had them on ice. Still got the two um, turkeys on ice. I mean chickens. They're going to go in the pot today, and I'm going to cook them down and render all this blessings off of that and take the meat off and everything. And um, at first, Lance was a little tender, and then he sucked it up and came over and started helping me with it, and learning all he could. And then Laura came over and she helped me, and she really got into it. She really wanted to know, okay, how do I do this? I think I'm going to have to find the sharpest knives because I have trouble um, cutting sometimes with different knives. Even though David had a sharp knife, it's got to be a poultry knife somehow. So I've got to find out what's the sharpest that I can use. Um, so that went really well, and I taught him all the different parts of the chicken and everything. And you know, they have to know where their food comes from. I told the kids, I said, I'm teaching you this because every time you put a chicken nugget in your mouth, or you put a piece of barbecue chicken, or you, or you eat chicken of any type, you got to know where that chicken comes from. When you sit down and eat Thanksgiving and there's turkey on the table, you got to know where that comes from. Somebody has to do this. Had a tickle in my nose. Anyways, um, good knives are expensive but worth it. Yes, and I was using David had just got a brand new knife. We were using it, but it just didn't seem to want to cut them very well. So I went in and got my paring knife that I bought from and I got to find out if she's still doing that. I have not had a chance to get any knives. But Teresa, those of you who know Stringfield Ridge Farm, Teresa, she is doing a fundraiser again for homeless people. They make buckets um, to share the ministry and share food and stuff with homeless people and in their area in Kentucky. And they have knives that they sell, and I can't even tell you what kind of brand they were, but I bought some at the Amish. I've used them for many, many years. They've been around forever. And they are sharp and beautiful knives. I've never had any trouble out of them. So I went and got a paring knife and finished it up, which wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm at a point, if it doesn't have a bone, I'm leery about it. The fake meat is real and here. Exactly. Julie, I have 25 chicks that are supposed to be here. I believe on the 10th. I don't remember what day. I think it's the 10th. And I am really excited to get those. I enjoy growing them out. I enjoy watching them grow and everything. And I've had really good luck with them. I want to get a more sustainable meat bird instead of Cornish cross, but you know, I can't. I'm not in the country, so I can't keep roosters that crow. And I know that the roosters do crow from the American breast chickens. So until I get moved, and talking about moving, that's put on the shelf for right now because I just can't leave my mom. I just can't do it. I've tried to work my mind around it, and I just can't do it. So I believe God's allowing me to feel that way for a reason. Maybe I need to get things in order here. And to be honest with you, I don't want to sell my house either. I want to fix my house up so that I have a place to come to when I'm visiting my children, and I can rent it out a few times a year or something to pay for the cost of the taxes and stuff like that. But I don't need. I really don't need anything. Now I will have neighbors that will be watching my house and stuff once I move, and just I just think that's a better scenario for me right now. So I'm staying where I'm at, and I'm very, very sad. And I've got all my sewing stuff up there. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But it is what it is. My comments are all messed up, but I've got to get off anyway. See you later. All right, honey. Hearing weird noises. It's awfully windy out there. Understandable. Thanks, Nancy. Nancy, you can see me. Yes, I can see you, Christy. It's YouTube. It was doing that to me yesterday. Anyways, I appreciate you coming in, Christy. Even though I know you have to get off, but I appreciate you coming in. I am kind of looking forward to Christmas. I don't know what I'm going to do. I gave Becky her bowl koozies that I made her for her birthday, beginning of November, and then I don't know what I can make her. I guess I could make her some pot holders to go with it. And I thought I'd make my daughter-in-law some bowl koozies. I'm making David bowl koozies for Christmas. And I got to find out what Ashley's kitchen looks like so I can make her some. But that's about it. I'm not doing anything else for Christmas, I don't think. I can't, Christy. Okay. Oh, I wasn't seeing others' comments. Then mine stopped showing up, but have to go. Love you. All right, love you. I can't, Christy, but I did block you. Dang it. Again, sorry. Julie, I think if you go into your settings, there's a place in there where it has people blocked that you can unblock them. But if you're on a phone, it's a little harder to do. This is getting on my nerves. So, Teresa's family came in for Thanksgiving, her brother, and they all got together for Thanksgiving. So that was a blessing for her. And I really haven't been on social media at all. I will try again. I'm inept at technology though. Hey, me too. I don't like going in and messing with stuff because I'm afraid I'm going to lose what I got. But, oh well. Yeah, her brother came in, which was really nice. And they all had it at Supreme's house. Candy and her husband came over. Um, and I think all the kids are going to be there except for one. And she is pretty excited about. So I really haven't talked to her much at all. Colin and Lily had family in before Thanksgiving, and really don't know much about what's going on up there. Haven't talked to them in a few days, so I'll catch up with them. But uh, life is good all around the block as far as I can see. I'm really kind of floored. I have to say a few things. Um, I saw last night. I saw really late. I was really excited because I thought Joel Salton was going to be working for the ag people, counseling them, but that doesn't look like it's going to come to fruition. He did some type of little interview with somebody a couple of days ago, and I watched that last night. And I sorry, I was checking. I have to look through the little hole to see my mom. Um, so he's probably not going to be involved in that, which is really sad. I was hoping that we could get somebody in there that would make sure that we don't have chemically treated food. Robert Kennedy isn't going to be in that part of the um, administration. I can't remember what he went into, but I just really, really concerns me of all the crap that they're trying to feed us. And it doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody want to eat something that is not real? Why would anybody want that to be a market except for big companies? I just don't understand it. So, David's even told me I can't drink milk from Aldi's because it's got something in it. I can't remember what he said was in the milk. I'm like, is there anything else? He said, honey, unless we go straight to the cow and get it, we're kind of screwed. I said, well, it's time to get a place to live. So we are still looking around here, too. As much as I don't want to live in Florida because of all the um, crime and stuff like that that's going on in Florida, I just I don't want to live here anymore, but I will because my kids are here if I could find something a reasonable price. And that may come through for us. You never know. And if we stayed in Florida, I already know how to grow stuff here. We are under attack. Basically, why else would all that poison be allowed? Been shouting about our food for years. Exactly, Julie. Hey, Miss Teresa. Everyone, I almost forgot and didn't get a notice. Oh, sorry. Well, I did come on a few minutes late, but I'm glad you're on here. I want to show you, Teresa. I've got a whole bunch I've been making. These are the bowl koozies I've been making. This side, and it's interchangeable. You can put it on that side and eat from this one. or set it down and eat from that one. If this was mine, I would use the pink on the inside, and I'll tell you why. The pink is a little darker, and it will cover stains that your soup may cause. But the neatest thing about these things is you can literally put this whole thing in the microwave, cook it, pick this whole thing up and move it. Hold it if you want to eat in your recliner like I do. Yeah, I'm a recliner eater. And go, never have to take it off of here, and you will never burn yourself. This is a kitty cat one. And for those who love Star Wars, Diane wanted that for her girlfriend. And these are from one of her kids. It's peanuts on both sides. And the other one for the kids, I think this is for our kids, is that in the inside. And isn't that gorgeous? I just think these are the prettiest little birds and scenery. I like that one a lot. And I'm in the middle of doing this one. This one's for her husband. It's fishing lures on both sides. And I did this one. I think some of y'all may have seen this one already. And those of y'all who know Anne Marie, this is what I made Anne Marie, this one. Which turned out beautiful. Made some extras of those. And made a couple different sizes here. This is a bigger one. And of course the smaller ones. And I made, what do you call them? Pot holders to match. I've been working. Okay, this is very important, Nancy. If you do these, you have to use 100% cotton everything. Everything. From batting to thread to material. If you use polyester or any other thread, even a mixture, it will burn up in the microwave. I buy the batting's so expensive. One yard of batting is like $5 at Walmart. At Joann Fabrics, it's $15. And at Hobby Lobby, I think it's like $9 or something like that. So I bought a whole bunch of them from Walmart. But you figure, as soon as I start buying them, they're going to up the price. Because I can only get I think I figured it out. I can only get 12 squares, which is only 6 koozies from one package. And I'll show you what the package come in like. Let's crank them. And I've got myself a little, it's kind of funny. You ought to see me making them. I cut them out, and then I do an assembly line. This is the batting that you have to get for it. Now, I think that there are batterings. At least there used to be battings that I used to buy from the quilting store that was 100% cotton with nothing else in it. But I don't want to take a chance of buying it by the yard from Joann's because nobody can tell me and it's not labeled properly. And it costs a whole lot more by the yard like that. Now, it's possibly it's bigger because this right here is only 45 inches by 1 yard. So it's crazy. I don't know what I was trying to say now. So it takes 2 squares to make each one of those. I have four pieces of material, 2 pieces of material and 2 pieces of batting, and you have to sew the top and the bottom separately and then put them together. Cool, Nancy. That's really good batting. Now, they have another thing. They use this for. They have on this package. They have I don't know if your package has this. Has instructions on how to make a potato koozie. They call it a baked potato zapper or something like that, and they tell you all how to make it and everything. But I don't put my potato in anything when I put it in the microwave, and I don't see why you couldn't just lay it in one of these koozies either. But I just put my potato right in the microwave and don't put nothing to it. So anyways, I enjoy sewing, but I have to tell you something. Oh my gosh, I was going nuts. I didn't get to sew at all for days. And I was literally close to tears. Well, come to find out, I had my needle backwards. Every time I would try to sew, it would break. I went through every scenario it could be. I watched videos. I even downloaded my sewing machine manual to my phone so that I could read about it. And one of the main things that they talked about was the needle being backwards. How in the world I could have gotten that needle backwards, I don't know. But I had the needle backwards. And I'll tell you why. I put it backwards. Let's see if I can make a picture here or something. This is real important for those of you who sew. Hang on a second. Trying to find a pin. Aha! I found one. Okay. Hopefully I can put this needle up close enough that you guys can see what I was talking about. Okay. On needles, this needle has, you can see it, it has a flat side, and on that flat side, it also has this concave part right here. See it where it's a little concave right there? I thought, well, it's so much easier to put that needle. Can you see that? That needle towards the front so that I could see what I was doing. But what I did when I put that needle towards me, the reason why, now every machine's different, so it might be not be on that way with yours, but this flat part has to go away from me to the back of the stick that comes down, which takes that I know you can see that right there. It's just a little divot. I'm gonna turn it to its side. It's so hard to hold this right place. Anyways, it has a little divot on the back side, on the flat side where the needle's flat. The reason why it's flat like that, the reason why it has that divot is so that bobbin arm can go and latch through your thread. And it was hitting the needle and breaking the thread every single time. You're talking about, I was literally in tears, guys. I thought for sure that I tore up my machine. You know, those of you know me, I have a Elna, and it's very old, and it's an embroidery machine, and that's what I use for everything. I have several other machines, but I don't ever use them, and they're back under boxes and everything in the bedroom. I sat down and I just was in close to tears, and I'm welling up really bad, and I started praying. I said, God, you got to teach me. What is it I'm doing wrong? Please, I'm going to look this up. I'm going to figure this out, but please give me guidance on what to look for. He did. I found out that I had the needle on backwards. And I don't know how I did that, because I don't remember turning the needle around, which is weird. I even took the bobbin out and changed bobbins. It came with flat plastic bobbins, and I can't find those any longer. They're a little bit taller than what my bobbin is. And sorry, she finally sat back. So I finally got that fixed and went back to sewing yesterday. So I was like, oh my word, what am I going to do? I've got all these orders I got to finish and get them out because I've got to, hopefully, I can get some more orders before Christmas so that I can pay some bills. Hey, Miss Patty. Oh, Patty, I got to show you what I've been doing. I have been working my little booty off. I was telling everybody about the ball koozies I've been making. My girlfriend had me make several up for her family and friends, and this is one of them. But I would put it like this. Well, unless maybe some people don't have very clean microwaves, but you put the bowl in here and you put it in the microwave and you heat it up. This is one of them. And this is another. And I'm making her husband one that's both sides that. And this is one of my favorites. It's got birds and stuff. Like a fall kind of. And then some for the kids. Charlie Brown, both sides. And one of her friends into Star Trek. So we put that on one side and that on the other. Oh, and for David, and I made these two. These also. They're pot holders to match those two. But David, I'm making these two colors. And I'm making some extras too. Because I owe somebody else some stuff. And I made this one for Anne Marie. I already sent hers to her, but I made some extras that I had. You know, once you cut a fabric to a certain size and then you start cutting your squares off of it, you might as well just do some extras and hold them back to sell them. This is one of my favorite materials too. And this one's favorite. This is bigger one. And I could use it as a hat too, huh? Oh, I'm losing it. Anyways, I've been having a lot of fun with that, but boy, I'm telling you. Does Charlie Brown have Snoopy with him? Yes. It's like a snowy one. There's Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Lucy. I can't remember her name. And then I don't see Linus. Is Linus on here? I don't see Linus on here. But cute, cute, cute. But what I did was I took Diane to the store and I had her pick out the front and backs of what she wanted. And then I bought the material, bought a little extra of each one of them. And so I'm making a little extras, you know. I got a cat extra and just different ones extra. Somebody else asked me to send them some that was, you know, didn't really care what they were. They're just going to pass them out for Christmas, I guess. Well, I'm selling them at $8 a piece, and I'm giving a little bit of a discount if you buy 4 or more. And I have tons of material, so if you want some, you can Marco me later, and I can show you the material that I have. I need to Marco. Gotcha. Hi, honey. And I'm not afraid to show him because he already picked out which ones he wanted. I'm going to make some for the kids for Christmas too. But I'm all done with Diane's except for, let me show you this other thing. Oh, crapola. Foot. Stay there, I'll be right there. So, I can't remember when Diane's birthday was. I made her. She had asked me previously to make her some pot holders, and I said, sure, I can make you some pot holders. And she's really into chickens. Well, I made her pot holders with this material, and I absolutely love this material, but this is all I've got left, and I can't make much of anything else. She wants a little stand. That's a motorcycle. A stand for her Keurig to sit on. So I'm going to make it like I did the pot holders, so she can, scoot her Keurig back and forth and won't scratch her granite cabinets that she just had put in. And Lily Joe, her doggy, has its own little spot in the sidebar of next to the sink, but on the side. I don't know how to explain her kitchen, but it's down near the cabinets. They built in a little spot so that they could put the dog food bowls in a little rack, and she wants me to make 2 of these, like the Keurig thing and the pot holders, for the dog thing to sit on. So I'm going to make 2 of those, and that material is so cute for dogs. It just really is. And so if anybody ever sees this material anywhere, because we don't have really much any material places anymore. I found it on eBay, but I'm scared to death to buy anything on eBay because you never know what you're getting involved in. That other girl is Sally Brown Charlie's little sister, I think. Yes, you're right. Just joining in from West Kentucky. Snow flurries here, knitting on a pair of socks for a Christmas gift. So good to catch you live. Thank you, Linda. I've been watching all your little Facebook posts and stuff like that. I catch some. For some reason, I'm able to catch a lot that you put on. Sometimes Teresa's, but not much of anybody else's. But and I did catch Mac and Patty's thing and watched their video. So anyways, I'm still looking for that material. And I really love this material. I really, really do love it. I think it's just the cutest material for pretty much anything. But I cannot find anything to match it. And I don't think I would have sent this to Georgia, that material, because I had plans for it. Looks similar to material my apron is made of from Nanny Joyce. Ah, well, I would give anything to find out where I could get some if you had if you looked at it and it was the same thing. I'd like to find out where she bought it from because and Diane gave me some of her old material. Well, most of it is um, felt. There's a few pieces of um, other material in there. I think might be cotton, but to do I mainly stick to cotton material nowadays. So a few things in there that was interesting, but the material that I wear my little jumpers, she had little strips of it. Now I can cut those strips and take them with me anywhere I go and find out if somebody carries that material without cutting up my jumper. Excuse me. Hello, Brenda. I said hi to Brenda. My friend Brenda is on here. It's all right, Mom. I'll be in there in a minute. Where was I at? Oh, I know I'm getting sick. Dadgummit. I think I'm going to take some Mullen. A shot of Mullen when I get off here. I don't think I got to drive anywhere. I don't take any tinctures or anything if I'm going to leave the house because I'm a lightweight. You never know. I don't want somebody to say I was drinking and driving or something. Oh. Sorry, guys. Got choked there. Like I got fur in my throat. I had a low-grade fever for about a week. Never got sick. That wasn't right. It was kind of nuts. Yeah, well, David can attest. I've gone through some weird, cruddy things. Came over one night. I had been sick with cramps in my legs and stuff, having a hard time walking. I had fierce diarrhea, all that kind of stuff. And I was getting over it. I ate that night. We'd gone out for my mom's birthday. It was on a Sunday. And he came over and I just felt cruddy. I went in and laid down and I started throwing up. And I pulled every muscle from my armpits down to my waist. Every single muscle in my back and my breast and my stomach, and was miserable. It's starting to loosen up a little bit. So then all of that stomach stuff was gone. But then I couldn't walk. I was having trouble walking, period. So it's been really, really, really weird. The hot, cold thing was my only clue. I have no idea what it was. Felt groggy, but never really got sick. Wow. I'm glad you didn't get sick. Feeling too. It's miserable. Um, sorry. I got to see um, Miss Virginia's son. They needed a ride to the airport the other day, so I was able to take them to the airport. And they're going to come back down, I guess, in January, maybe. I'll be able to see them for a few months. So that was really super sweet. And it's difficult. It's difficult when I see them. I have not really done any crocheting or knitting or anything like that. I miss her so terribly bad. Every time I start doing it, I start thinking about her. Every time it's like we did so much together. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I really miss her terribly every day. Well, every day I went over there, except for when I was out of town. So, anyways, back to a better note. So I'm pretty much sticking close to home and working on these things, and I'm gonna have some kids, I guess, on Wednesday. Becky's got to work Thursday all day long. So maybe Wednesday all night long, all day long. I don't remember. One of those days she's going to be working all day long. So I'm going to go pick up the kids Wednesday night. They're going to spend the night with me, and then I'm going to take them to school the next morning, which ought to be very interesting with my mother. Lee was sick last week with head cold and stomach flu combo. He is well now. I was taking elderberry, echinacea, and fire cider and didn't get it. Well, I'll be honest with you, Teresa. I started to take that yesterday, but I was afraid to do it. I was afraid to make any elderberry because I already felt like I was getting it. And I know how, if you are not already on elderberry, it can make you get real bad sick. Feels like a part of you is missing. I felt like that about a dear friend who passed. Big hugs. Thank you, Patty. It is. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, her and I are so tight that I would go shopping when I was out of town, and I knew to do this. I went shopping a couple of times and got this, the tank top dress type dresses that Walmart sells. Well, a couple of times I went to Georgia and they were on clearance for $3. So I picked up a couple of extra ones in her size because I knew, because you don't know how many clothes I took off and gave to her if I had other clothes in the car. You know, she just she just loved the things that I wear. So I'd say, "Oh, you sure you want this? I'll give it to you." So I just give it to her. We were really tight, and it's funny how you can meet somebody and be taking care of them for such a small time. And I know God sent them to me. I know He did. Her husband was as precious as could be. The man was severe dementia, but buddy, I'm gonna tell you something. He knew his wife. He knew how much he loved her, and he prayed out loud in his bedroom when he would lay down. He'd pray for his wife and family. I mean, just the most precious couple. Anyways, it is sticky buggy season. I'm trying to keep my immune system built up. Don't got time to be sick. That's right. So take the elderberry before, and you won't get sick, right? My problem is I wasn't taking it, and I know better. My immune system stinks. If I feel my tummy is off a bit over a few hours, I drink a quart of colloidal silver. Yes. Sorry about your friends passing, ladies. It's a hard thing. Yep. Well, Linda, this is what happened to me. In the beginning, I thought the diarrhea was caused from a medication that the doctor gave me. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's a powder stuff to keep me from dumping when I eat. And I debated on whether or not to take it. I got so excited when I took it and I could keep it down, and it didn't seem like it bothered me at all. 30 minutes later, I went down, and I went down hard. And I dealt with that for days. That was the beginning. So I don't know if it was the medicine. I don't know if it was something that I ate while I was that day or whatever have you, but it's like the night that I threw up. I had gone to dinner with Mom. My sister took me and Mom out for Mom's birthday. And we went to Longhorn, and I had shrimp and salad and loaded mashed potatoes. Well, I ate everything there, and I didn't seem to have any problems when I got home. I gave David his. In fact, I need to take that and toss it. Those leftovers, those are in the fridge. I've been so sick I haven't cleaned out my refrigerator. Isn't that terrible? But David, I had gotten David a meal because he was waiting for me here. And so I came home, and he was eating, but he ate some of the chicken, and he said, "This doesn't taste right." Well, I didn't have chicken. He got nauseated pretty bad, so I don't know. Nowadays, you just can't be sure what you're eating. I know some of you guys were on when I was telling about watching one of those. YouTube has these meetings with. I don't know if they're senators or House of Representatives, whatever. They're fellows that do make laws and stuff like that. And this was a Tennessee people that were asking the questions to these people that were making this stuff. This woman was wanting Tennessee to okay them to be able to sell their lettuce that was injected with um, shots. What's the name of them? Immunization shots. I believe it was immunization to keep you from getting like different stuff. Number one, the senator, whoever he was, I'll have to look that up again and see if I can find that video. But I think it was on the TV, so I may not be able to find it. But he was talking about, one of the fellows was talking about, how can you allow them to do this? Number one, what is it going to cost for somebody to be able to eat this? Number two, how are they going to be able to give them a dose that is safe for them to eat this all the time? Number three, where's the prescription for this? Drugs that are given to people have to have prescriptions. So I think they made it to where it could not come through. It had something to do with the prescriptions or something. I don't remember what it was about, but it really, really upset me terribly. Then last week, I found out that I forget what percentages. It was up in the 90%, 80 or 90%. I think it was closer to 90. I don't remember exactly. Percent of our medication is made in China. What in the world? I mean, what is wrong with our country? We keep claiming we want things to be bought and made in our country. We can't even do our own medicine. What is wrong with this country? I'm so fed up. And that's another reason why I want to learn everything I can about herbs and stuff like that, because I don't want to buy synthetic drugs. I read that one. See, Kaleido silver water won't hurt a thing if it wasn't really necessary, but if there is a bad bug going, it will help kill it. Kathy, thank you so much for your keeping me company. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. I enjoy it. I learn a lot from you too. I need to learn more about this Kaleido silver stuff. There's so many things that we could be doing for ourselves to heal ourselves rather than to go to the doctor. And they want us depending on doctors and prescriptions. They really do. Ephesians 6, we wrestle with power, principalities, in high places. Yep. Sorry. I'm keep coughing. I got strangled there. So that's one of the things that concerns me about my grandson. Y'all know my grandson's got a tube down his nose and into his stomach. He's unable to swallow without aspirating. And it's not a visual thing. It's not something that can be seen. You know, it's not like when we aspirate, we choke or something like that. He doesn't choke. It just happens. And he's not choking or showing signs of aspiration, is what they said. I will tag you in it on Facebook because I don't know how to do it on here. I even put a quarter cup in the rinse water of my laundry. Sweet. Um, I hear you about the craziness of our country. Heard some news this morning that made me think of Sodom and Gomorrah. We are so far from God and deserve punishment, but thankfully we have His mercy. That's right. You know, I don't remember who I was talking to. I talk to so many people all the time, and I don't remember where I was at, but I said, so many people want to make things. Um, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, there's only one thing you have to do. You have to trust God. You don't even have to have the words that goes through Romans Road. Those of us who know what Romans Road is, it's where God tells us in Romans how to accept Him. We don't even have to know that. God allows some people to be able to hear the gospel and accept Him without steps that our churches have put together for us. Does that make sense? It's not about that. It's about accepting Him into our heart and believing and having faith. Somewhere on Facebook, I think it was, I read it was either on, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember where I heard this, but maybe it was a movie. I don't know. The guy said, maybe it was on, maybe it was one of the Robertsons that I heard this on. I think it was. I think it was. Willie Robertson said this to this guy. This guy he'd been after for years to talk to him about Christ. And he said, man, I just can't believe this. How can faith be, what? That is just not appeasable. It's just not appeasable. And the guys and Willie said to him, man, I understand what you're talking about. He said, you don't have faith on anything in this world? He said, no. He says, I want you to know. He said, that's all right. So I don't remember how much time was in that conversation before he said this to him. He said, by the way, I want you to know that your wife is at home having an affair on you. And the dude says, you're a liar. My wife is not having an affair on me. He said, yes, she is. I'm just sure of it. She's having an affair on you. And the dude says, no, she isn't. I know she is. He says, how do you know? Because she's faithful to me and I'm faithful to her. He said, so faith to you in a marriage is something you can believe in. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't hear it, but it's faith, right? He said, yeah. He said, I want to know more about this Jesus of yours. And he was able to lead this man to Christ just by showing him that there's things that we have faith in. We have faith that we can go to the mailbox. We have faith in a lot of things, but how many of us really have faith that we can just believe? It's like how do I say what I'm trying to say? The Bible tells us how to have faith. It explains what Christ is all about. But it really, even though we're to follow what the Bible says, having faith in something isn't a mental um, proof of something. It's faith. It's believing in something that we cannot explain. It's believing in something that we haven't seen, we haven't heard. It's just believing in faith. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I don't know how I got off on that, but I just wanted to share that with y'all. I hear you about the craziness. I already read that. I think I recently put an article in the paper on colloidal silver. I think I have it in the last member newspaper too. Cool. I'll have to look at that. I don't know what mom did with it when it came in. I have to look for it. The sinner's prayer is nowhere in the scripture, and baptism is essential. Most churches are so far from scripture. That is so awesome. Thank you. As little faith as a mustard seed. Exactly. Well, Julie, I also do believe in baptism, but the baptism, being baptized isn't getting you to heaven. The actual faith is what's getting you to heaven. Baptism is us following in what God wants us to do. And I believe it's a big part of it. Now, I don't know how to say this, but I'm really, really concerned about my mother. Um, she was going through, she accepted Christ several years ago. And then she got really hit hard with this Alzheimer's, and she never got a chance to be baptized. I don't think for 1 minute that she's not going to heaven. I believe she's going to heaven when she dies. Um, if she ever gets baptized, I don't know. But I do believe that Christ is going to take her whether she's baptized or not. She is not, um, she isn't in a mental capacity to be able to get baptized anymore. And I think it would probably freak her out to be dumped. So, anyways, it is a beautiful thing what Christ has done for us. It really is. And I have to remember that every day, and that's another reason why, it's kind of selfish of me to want to have leave here and leave my mother behind and her, and not to have her all the time. I feel like Christ showed me that she's more important than what my dreams are, and I need to spend as much time with her as I can. So I am putting off my move and everything, and hopefully David and I can find something together and spend the rest of our lives together. We'll see. Thank you, Brenda. Um, I also believe that um, I have a girlfriend who's passed away now, and her sister has passed away even before her. Her sister was we believe now. At the time, there was no such thing as Down syndrome, but I do believe she had some type of Down syndrome. She had the facial features and everything of a Down's child. And um, she was very, how do I say this? she showed a lot of faith. I don't want to say religious. I want to say she was religious. She said things appropriate for what was happening. And she would openly pray for her sister and stuff like that. It was precious. Now, I know that she was of a different faith and probably had, she's in Catholic faith, and I believe that she had been baptized when she was a baby. But in my faith, that's not the same kind of baptism. And I know that she didn't go through that, and I don't have any doubt that I'll see her whenever I die too. So, anyways, it is a beautiful world, and I just want to keep it that way. I wanted us to be able to. I think the movement that we should be moving towards is trying to get our country to make real food, to stop all this rigmarole, stop China from coming in and buying our farmlands and tearing it up and farming all kinds of stuff and sending it back to their country. And I just think that there's nothing. Even I was using this. This is a it's a I get a lot of sewing stuff in thank you, Linda. I get a lot of stuff in garage sales and stuff like this. And oh no, where did the little tag go? I must have knocked the tag off while I was sewing with it today. But this is a really, really beautiful tool for turning these. I put it up in here and I push out and I iron it as I go to make the ends sharper, bring it out sharper. So even that little teeny tiny, I forget what this is called, it's made in Taiwan. And I'm not saying we shouldn't get nothing from other countries. But doggone it, we have a lot of waste of wood. And this is probably bamboo or something of that nature. But why couldn't we have this stuff made here? Why is it that Americans think that they should get so much money to work, and it costs so much for us to sell our stuff? It's just crazy. It just baffles me. I don't understand it. How a company overseas can sell something here cheaper than we could sit here and make it ourselves, and sometimes we're sending the stuff to them to make. And that's the craziest part. Let's see. Just tagged you on Facebook. I got that. I've said for years I don't believe every Catholic will go to hell, and not all Baptists will get to heaven. Exactly. I don't care what church you're in. It matters about your heart. It doesn't matter about what their beliefs. And I've known people that I went to church with for 25 or 30 years, that all of a sudden, and they were playing the part, going all the time. And one day they realized, hey, I ain't doing right. There's something wrong here. I need to fix this. And they've accepted Christ. And it just click, God clicks it right when you need it. So anyways, I want you to know, Teresa, that dog that you gave me is a mess. He is such a sweetheart. He really is. Um, he has grown so much. But boy, I'm telling you, he's got so much fur on him. I could probably shave him and use him for yarn making. Sounds like my washer is done. I had to transfer them over. I had to wash all the clothes. Well, I didn't have to wash. I could have sent them home dirty, but I'm not going to send my mom's clothes home dirty. His dad is very intelligent. Yes, he is very intelligent. And David has been walking him when he comes over. He's a little too rambunctious for me to walk him. So, oh, that was Ginger. That wasn't the washer. Wonder what she was doing over there. Anyways, I have been on here way longer than I anticipated. So I am going to let you guys go. And I thank you so much for coming in. God judges hearts. For sure, that's scripture. That's right. Somehow I missed that, Julie. I have a joke. When something doesn't get here fast after I order it, well, it probably came from China and they had to go out and find a reason to arrest somebody to make it cheap. That's cute. The only book you name has to be written in is the Lamb's Book of Life. Amen, Brenda. Love y'all. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Teresa. Have a great week, you guys, and I love you all. And I will be back on Wednesday night, I hope. So, but I will have kids, so I may not come on Wednesday night, but check to see if I'm here. Love you. See you later.